Oh, this is about to be the best 90 minutes of your life. You are tuned in to speak. Turn your volumes up, put your remotes down, stay for a while. The Eagles' all-time rushing leader, LaShawn Shady McCoy, to my right. Shady, you look great. Okay,
I got a little preppy look.
You look
little preppy look for the summer.
You did go to prep school out of high school, I believe.
I went to private school too, my sophomore year.
Yes, sir, he did. He does not remember. I don't know if you remember much from there, but we're not talking about it. Super Bowl champ James Jones anchoring the far end of the desk, and to his right, the brilliant Joy Taylor.
Joy?
Stop with all the handshakes, okay? Because every time y'all do these handshakes, it reminds me.
You want a handshake?
No, I don't want a handshake, Joy. No, I don't want a handshake. I don't want. Oh, what a show. Okay, can we get to it? Because James, you're gonna love this topic. Y'all will love this topic. Aaron Rodgers, a new quote has come out from his offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, the man that helped lead him to back-to-back MVP seasons at the age of 37 and 38. Now, Aaron Rodgers is one of the oldest players in the game of football right now at 40 years of age. But his offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, said, quote, I heard 40 was the new 20. That's kind of how Aaron Rodgers.
Now he rapping. Now he Jay-Z.
Look. If you got bars, you got bars. James, you won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. He says 40 is the new 20. Aaron Rodgers has so much pressure on him. Maybe no more important conversation in sports than the one that we are about to have. So honored to have y'all here witnessing it. James, do you expect Rodgers to turn back the clock? Let's get into it.
Wait. Did you go to James because he's 40?
Yeah.
I should have.
I'm always thinking.
He knows my.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what old head? I know an old head when I see one.
So we can't.
Sir James Jones?
Yeah.
Sir?
Because talking about 40-year-olds, we should have. See, I went to him because of Rodgers.
Oh, I thought because he's 40.
No, because he had a greater connection being 40 and on the other side of the. And because of the.
Well, he's 20. Well, he's 20.
And I can relate to that. So you got to come to me first because I know 40's not the new 20. You know what I mean? Because I don't wake up 20 no more. I know 40's a little different.
So, like, how's arthritis?
I don't know nothing about that, man. I'm still in real good shape. My knees is good. I don't got no arthritis.
How old are you?
None of that.
How are dentures?
How old are you?
33. I'm still, hey,
take it up. We still.
You know, we still.
On
this side of the day.
On this side of the 30s. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about that side of the day.
We can't get to that club.
On this side of the day. You know, I got to show ID still.
Hello.
I still got to show ID. So, Emmanuel, can I see some ID? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You'll go to the place that you know ID.
James, do you expect Rodgers to turn back the clock?
Turn back the clock. I expect Rodgers to play well. But to be honest with you, on this one, I'm with Joy. We gotta play.
You didn't even know what I said yet.
No. I'm just saying what you always say about Aaron Rodgers. We gotta play the games, man.
Fair.
You know what I mean? The last time Aaron Rodgers stepped out there and he was fully healthy, and I know a lot of people want to talk about he had a thumb injury and all that the last time he was healthy. I know Aaron. A thumb injury is not gonna affect the way he played the last time he was fully healthy in the season when the Packers lost to the Detroit Lions. And he was not the Aaron Rodgers that I get up here and I argue for and battle for as being one of the greatest to ever play the game. Right now, I'm done with all the quotes. I'm done with reading it. I know Aaron Rodgers is special. He has special arm talent. But we got to play the games. And you got a really good test week one in the San Francisco 49ers in their defense. We need to see how Aaron Rodgers is going to look. We got 4 plays of him in a New York Jets uniform. We need to see how this thing's going to play out. So for me, listen, I hear you, Hackett. Aaron Rodgers is one of the main ones that got you there. Y'all have each other's back, but we got to play the games. You got to call the game the right way, and Aaron Rodgers got to go out here and play at a high level. So for me, I got to wait and see to these games.
Why do you expect him to turn back the clock? Obviously, you want to wait and see, but you're an analyst, so I need you to tell viewers what they may not know about Aaron Rodgers, because everybody going to wait and see, but you know best. You've been there. Why do you expect Rodgers to be able to turn back?
I expect him to do that because what Aaron Rodgers does great. You don't need to be super mobile. You don't need to be super athletic. Aaron Rodgers has a great arm. What Aaron Rodgers is special at is throwing his receivers open, putting the ball in spots only where his receivers can get it. Special arm talent. You can stand in the pocket for that and get the ball out there to Mike Williams and Garrett Wilson and hand the ball off to Breece Hall. So I expect him to play at a very high level because the arm talent ain't going nowhere. But with that being said, you got to play the games. You are 4 plays in the New York Jets uniform. The last time you were fully healthy, it wasn't your best season. So we don't know what Aaron Rodgers we are going to get. The game's got to get here, and Aaron Rodgers got to show me that he looked 20.
That's a very sober-minded take. Joy Taylor, ex-Aaron Rodgers, you expect him to turn back the clock?
Yeah, it was very reasonable out of you, James. And you were right. You do agree with me.
I don't seem surprised.
I mean, you know what? I think where he lost him was 40 to 20. Like, maybe maybe 30, but 20 is a big jump. Like, we was all doing wild stuff when we was 20 that we weren't doing at 30.
You was wilding?
Okay. Okay.
You gotta say it.
Okay. Y'all, okay, cool. Yeah, I was the only one. All right. I was doing wild stuff at 20 that I am not doing at 37.
I think the world know who else was wilding up here, too.
Okay, yeah, exactly. No, it was just me. It's fine. It's been 549 days. 18 months and 2 days since Aaron Rodgers played a full NFL game. In that game, 17 of 27, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 83.1 passer rating. They lost the game that they needed to win to make the playoffs. So that particular game wasn't completely reflective of the entire season, but he didn't throw for more than 300 yards the last full season that we saw him play. And that was a long time ago that he's played an entire football game. Yes, we saw 4 plays from him. Let's be serious. He didn't play. He did not play. He hasn't played in that long, in an entire game. We don't know what he's going to look like. I expect him to be decent to good at some point in the season. Even if they start rusty, I wouldn't be surprised because it's been that long since he's played. And he wasn't playing at his best the last time we saw him. I'm with James. I agree. We need to see how these games go. I really wish they would stop with these quotes. Okay, he's 40 is a new 20. Okay, 20 is different. 20 is really, really, really young. 20 is you do whatever, you stay out all night, go to practice the next day, play ball out. You ain't doing that at any other age, okay? So, okay, of course, Shady don't know nothing about that. That was me. All I'm saying is I don't expect him to turn back the clock. I expect him to be decent to good at some point in the season, and I don't know when that will be.
I like these sober-minded takes. Crazy enough, I expect him to turn back the clock. I'll never forget, maybe the most powerful Rodgers quote I ever heard was after his 2019 season. James and viewers, y'all might be familiar with this. After his 2019 season, the Packers go on to draft Jordan Love. And what Aaron Rodgers said on the surface sounded crazy, but it was very accurate. He said, my worst season is as good as y'all's quarterback's best seasons. Aaron Rodgers was coming off of a 26 touchdown and 4 interception season. Then I went back and I did my Googles, and I saw that Dak Prescott got MVP votes the year he had 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. At the time in 2019, that was Dak Prescott's best season. Got MVP votes, the Cowboys were 13-3. Following that quote, Aaron Rodgers, his Packers were 13-3. He had 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he was so bad that the Packers felt the need to replace him. He was so bad that he ended up winning 2 MVPs the next year and the year after that at 37 and 38 years of age. So I expect Rodgers to turn back the hand of time because when I think about freakazoid athletes, they just are different. I'll start with the man to my right. I'll sum up my take very quickly. I say this story all the time. It's not new to any of y'all, maybe to y'all. It was playing the Detroit Lions in 2014. It was a snow game. 8 inches of snow. We went into the locker room. There was supposed to be a small drizzle of snow. That's what they told us. We come out an hour and a half before the game as usual, and it is a blizzard. The entire NovaCare Lincoln Stadium is covered in snow. Everybody changing their cleats, changing their spikes, they putting in the detachable joints. And here goes Shady rushing for like $175, 2 tugs. We go on to beat the Detroit Lions. Different athletes are different. In every sport. LeBron James, he's different. Tom Brady, he's different. Allison Felix in track and field, getting an individual medal at 35 years of age, she's different. I expect Aaron Rodgers, who has always been built different, to play different because them different kind of dudes, like the person to my right, they just aren't like us. They're just different. 2-5, you expect them to turn back the clock.
I had 175 in third quarter. Just 200 some old game. But that was a good take, though. But just don't short me, please. You know what? I don't expect him to turn the clock back around, right? But I don't care if he does because they don't need him to be that Aaron Rodgers. We don't need that Aaron Rodgers, the MVP Aaron. We don't need none of that. If you look at the Jets, how they're built right now, they have a solid offensive line finally, solid defensive line, right? Solid secondary. Solid linebackers, right, for the most part. If you want to give Mosley, right? I'm just trying to, you know. Running game, solid running backs, right? Solid wide receivers.
Really good.
You have everything you need. So my thing is, we don't need him to be that Aaron Rodgers. I think he's gone, but if he comes back out of 17, 18 games, maybe 6 of them, I'm okay with that. 5 of them, I'm okay with that. I just need him to be efficient. Efficient, be a leader, and lead this team and don't mess it up, right? And it seems funny even saying don't mess up for Aaron Rodgers, but when I say mess up as far as like throwing the ball too much, thinking on my mind, okay, well, I have to throw the ball more because I'm Aaron Rodgers. Where it's okay, hey, look, man, I threw the ball 25 times a game, right? We ran the ball well, defense played well, we won the game. This is the first time in a long time that I think another team could win the AFC East other than the Bills, right? I thought it was Miami, but I said, nah, that's not what they do. They're a good team, but they're not going to ever beat the Bills and win that division. This year they had, 4 games ahead of them. They still couldn't win it. and now you look at the Bills, they're not the same team, right? This is the year where they can do it. So if you're asking me, does he have to